Federal government has set up a 14-man committee to look into grey areas of the demands by members of the striking Academic Staff Union of Universities. Director of Press and Public Relations of the Ministry of Education, Ben Gung, disclosed this at the end of the meeting between the Minister of Education, Vice-Chancellors and Pro-Chancellors of the Nigerian Public Universities in Abuja. The meeting held behind closed doors as part of efforts to resolve the 7-month industrial action by lecturers of public universities. The grey areas include the no work, no pay stance of the federal government and the issues of salary increment. The committee is made up of 4 pro-chancellors, 5 vice-chancellors, and 2 heads of government agencies. Mr. Gong said in a few days the committee would conclude and thereafter meet with President Muhammadu Buhari on its outcome.
Students of Nigeria's public universities have been at home following the inability of the federal government and the Academic Staff Union of Universities to reach an agreement. In its effort to resolve the strike, the federal government set up the NIMI BRICS committee to look into the 2009 federal government ASUU agreements, but the committee's report was rejected. The federal government's decision to introduce the policy of no work, no pay made the union to extend its strike indefinitely.
Academic Staff Union of Universities.
Today, the Ministry of Education meets with Vice-Chancellors and Pro-Chancellors of federal universities. The outcome of the meeting is the setting up of a 14-man committee to look into areas where government has failed to reach a consensus with the union. Although no time frame is given as to when the committee is expected to come up with its reports, the government has promised that all grey areas will soon be resolved and lecturers will in no time resume work.
Even BRICS himself is part of this committee. Nobody has petitioned it. It is in continuation of what the BRICS committee did, the offers that were made, what was accepted by ASUU and what was not accepted. It's a continuation of the BRICS committee.
We're on quick march towards early resolution of the problem. And in a very little while, the doors of our universities, those that are closed, will be open.
The committee is made up of pro-chancellors, vice-chancellors and heads of government agencies. No member of the Academic Staff Union of Universities is represented in this committee, which will be chaired by the Minister of Education. The committee is expected to submit the outcome of its report to President Muhammadu Buhari for further action. Helen Osamede Akins, TVC News, Abuja.